Hey everybody, it's your lovable rascal of a host, Siegfried, and with me as always is my indelible co-host, Kevin Faulkner.
Just can't get rid of me. I'm here forever. Deal with it.
I can't, he cannot be dealt. I'm gonna be entirely honest, I don't know what indelible means at this point in
They've been
time.
trying to dell me for years, and I am still kicking.
He cannot be dealt. He will not be dealt.
That must
So,
be that,
yeah,
that
it's
must be a
been...
weird
Oh.
that must be a weird fucking insult. It's like you are so dellable.
You are so dellable right now, I could dell all over you.
Oh, I'm gonna get delled. I'm gonna get delled.
Oh, you don't want to get dealt. Elaine! Elaine!
Elaine.
What's so bad about getting dealt?
Hey, Jerry. Just Kramer.
It's Kramer!
It's Kramer. Look. I know I've said it before, but when Schaefer was going through his fucking Disney movie tier lists, and he said that Tigger had Kramer energy, I lost it because it's true.
Yeah. I never realized they're almost the same character.
They're almost the same. But now we need, but you know what? Now we need Kramer to have his own movie where he goes on a personal journey to find out why he's the only one.
Hey, Pooh!
Hey, Pooh! What's so bad about getting bounced?
Someone's gonna. I really hope we have like one guy who sees this in his subscription box or whatever. And he's like, "Oh boy, new bakagaijinshow after fucking months or whatever. I wonder what they're gonna talk about first." And
it's this shit. It's this. That's the experience you come here for. I don't know what you're expecting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Welcome to the Bakagaijinshow episode. I don't fucking remember anymore. It's been so fucking long.
Yeah, I think we're coming up on like 140. We may have passed 140. Let me fucking check. Hang on.
Yeah,
it's been a bit. It's been a hot fucking minute.
Yeah.
No, yeah. This is 142. Yeah.
Is it? Wait. God damn it! My fucking I have all the thumbnails saved, but they're out of order because sometimes I put in a fucking sometimes I put in an underscore and sometimes I don't.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. Oh, and sometimes.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah. Oh right. The last one was the fucking was the fucking mariachi band one.
Yes, it was. Featuring one of my favorite edits I've done. Thank you.
I worked extra hard on that thumbnail.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's great.
Do you know how hard it is to find stock art of a mariachi band that doesn't have an obnoxious watermark all over it?
It feels like that shouldn't be that hard, frankly.
And yet...
Yeah. Honestly, that's true of a lot of things. It's like, there's a lot of common shit that you would think should be easy to find good stock art of. Oh, no. If you gotta buy a lot of that shit.
It's a PNG, I swear!
You're lying!
That image is my spirit animal.
I feel it. I feel it in my soul. It goes deep.
No. Yeah, as a fucking auteur gimper, gimp enjoyer.
Gimpist? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that sounds terrible.
As an auteur gimpist, I know the struggle.
Yeah.
Many times in my life, I need shit off the internet, and I've been to them all. I've been to PNG Wing, PNG Tree, fucking PNG Star, like all the fucking websites. I've been to them all. I know how they all fucking work. I know which ones I can get like 6 free downloads on.
Yeah.
Which ones I have to register an account. You know, which ones want me to fucking partake in a trial, and I go fuck that, and I go somewhere else.
Yeah, no, there are.
I know the intimate struggle of making an edit and having to go with your 4th choice.
Yeah. No, dude, there are 2 things that are like indicative of the fucking GIMP user struggle. That and trying to draw a circle. I heard that.
Did you come here today to hurt me?
No, no, that just happens.
Right.
That's just how it happens naturally. Just look,
I love that.
Good.
I haven't upgraded yet, but I love that GIMP 3.0 is out, and the first question everyone had is, can you finally draw a circle?
The answer is no.
No.
Yeah. I still fucking
I'm
love
like,
it.
how do you not add that? That's like the one joke everyone has made for a decade now.
Well, we can't stop now, obviously.
Yeah, it's our identity at this point.
Yeah, our identity is you can't draw a fucking circle in GIMP.
Yeah, it's like the fucking cultish deaf community that like want their children to be deaf because they don't actually see it as a problem.
Right, yeah. Reminded of... I'm sorry. Every single time I think about the fucking like draw.
My favorite. You can get that in a moment. My favorite thing about shitting on the deaf people is that it's perfectly fine because they'll never hear this. Hey, jackass!
Tiss.
How's it going, dipshit? Fuck the deaf.
Hey, yo,
what do you do about it?
You can't hear.
You're looking at a progress bar hearing nothing going, oh, I bet they're talking mad shit right now.
And you'd be right.
You can't prove it. You got nothing.
Wait, shit? YouTube auto captions.
Oh.
Right. No.
Once again.
I made a mistake.
Yeah. Well,
we're starting the episode over.
Like, does anyone care enough about the deaf to cancel us over this?
I don't. We're just fucking around. I don't know.
Just for disclaimer's sake, I got nothing against normal deaf people. It's the cultish freaks that try to deafen their own children that I'm not a big fan of.
No, yeah, those people are actually like fucking crazy, right? So
yeah, there's the deaf, and then there's the deaf.
Yeah, the deaf, trademark, copyright, all rights reserved.
Bold, italicized, underlined,
yeah,
in quotations.
Yeah.
And I'd like to add strike through.
No, yeah, I was just gonna bring up the fucking like 4chan like green text of the Linux user in class being told to open up Photoshop and draw a circle and he tries to do it in GIMP. Use Linux in front of classmates. Teacher says, okay, students, now open Photoshop. Start furiously typing away at terminal to install wine. Errors out the ass. Everyone else has already started their classwork. I start to sweat. Install GIMP. What the fuck is that, Anon? A girl next to me asks. I tell her it's GIMP, but it can do everything that Photoshop does. And it's free. Okay, class, now draw using the shape tool. Now draw using the shape tool to draw a circle, the teacher says. I fucking break down and cry and run out of the class. I get beat up in the parking lot after the school.
It's really funny. I kind of hate that. I kind of hate that post though, because like the whole point of like these circumventory things is to like you went to an environment specifically where you need to blend in.
Yeah.
And like be like on step with everyone else. And I feel like real Linux guys are not doing that.
Yeah. I don't think they are. No. Yeah. No. That.
I feel like this is stretching to make a case.
Yeah, that is what I'm going to refer to as shit that never happened for 400 Alex.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of that, and then everyone clapped. It's then everyone beat me up in the parking lot.
Right.
Yeah. They anti-clapped.
Anti-clapped. They unclapped.
I'm just now realizing that clapping backwards is just clapping.
You're right. You can't just not. Yeah, like that. There's no reverse to that. You're clapping either. Fuck, I hate that. Okay. Damn you, physics.
Finally, I've got my revenge.
Anyway.
No, that's funny. Now I'm remembering that fucking episode of Family Guy where they accidentally, the time machine blows up or whatever, and they accidentally reverse time, but everyone is talking forward still. It's really distracting.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really distracting.
Look, I get why they did that, because, you know, the episode wouldn't make any fucking sense to us if they didn't, but, like, yeah.
It's really distracting.
It's very distracting when you look at it, yeah. Look, conveyance is what it is, but, like, come on.
Yeah. Why don't you convey some bitches?
Convey some bitch. This is a bitch. Just gestures.
Oh. Oh, I understand now. Thank you. Very helpful.
Congratulations, I have conveyed bitches. There we go. Right.
Yep.
I hope you understand now. Very clear.
Yep. Thank you, Slickback.
No, you say the whole thing. It's a pimp named Slickback.
It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
It's like a Tribe Called Quest. Yeah. That is one of the best bits Cat Williams ever did, man. Fucking pimp named Slickback is so great. Sucks we're never getting that Boondocks revival.
Yep, it was canned.
Fuck. Ah, well.
They took too long, and then Sony was just like, they looked at their fucking like the fucking expenditures and like, wait a minute, where's this money go?
What
are we doing?
Boondocks?
You took how long?
Huh?
What?
Yeah.
We're making that?
It's like
what?
five years. No.
What? Well, stop that immediately. That's not happening.
Right. Honestly, considering how long it took,
the only thing that's allowed to take 5 years is every game ever made now, apparently.
The AAA industry is in shambles.
No, I'm also upset we didn't get
No, I've bemoaned that so much, so often.
Yeah, I lie awake at night sometimes and go, man.
If only.
Yep. When I got that news, I fell to my knees in a Walmart parking lot. Physically, I was in the Walmart parking lot on my knees, obviously. Mentally, I was the horse staring out at the ocean.
Just man.
This is how people will communicate in like 30 years, by the way.
Yeah, no, like, dude, we're communicating like that now. Of course, we're gonna
ironically, but like, it'll be unironic soon.
Yeah. God, I hope I'm the fun guy at the nursing home.
He thinks this nation will take care of us.
I hate you.
I'm a truth sayer. I called it like I sees it.
I'm sorry, reminded of that one fucking meme. It's like, oh yeah, I have really dark humor. Racism.
You're really making it look bad for the rest of us.
Right? You don't know how to do racist jokes correctly.
Yeah, all you I have dark humor types are really making it hard for me. You know, the innocent bigot who only hates the deaf.
Yeah. God fucking damn it. Okay, alright. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's enough pleasantries. Let's get on with it. Jeez. So.
Yeah. It's been a while.
It's been a hot minute. We've been, like, just... Honestly, we've been busy doing shit, so... I
think it's less we've been, like, busy and more like just, I don't know, for whatever reason, the podcast just got deprioritized at some point.
Yeah, it's just not...
Maybe we were just tired from doing the vertical slicing, and we were just like, I don't want to make another video as long as I live.
Yeah, it's like, after that, it's just like, I look at DaVinci Resolve and I get, like, a fucking cold sweat. No.
You can't make me do it. I won't go back there.
No. When you sweat over a 3-hour demonstration video for 5 months on end, you want a break afterwards. So
Yeah.
there you go. There's a reason why people don't do this shit in video form.
Yeah.
It takes way more time than just making it through a game engine. Wish I knew that beforehand, but here we are. But, you know.
I mean, it was tedious, but the benefit was we knew how to do that.
That is true. Like, I had the skills to do so. So, like...
Yeah.
We
We saved ourselves from having to learn a thing by just brute forcing it in the most inefficient way possible.
Yeah.
And is there anything more American than that?
Honestly, not really. That's actually pretty fucking American, if I'm being real.
Mm-hmm.
that might actually be the most accurate statement.
And now it's all culminating in us having to learn it anyway.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I have to learn the fucking game engines anyway.
Just like in real life.
Just like it is real life. It's not just like real life. It is real life. You dumb shit.
Exactly. Now you're using your thinking noggin.
Implying that I have never not used my... That's a fucking lie. Okay.
Now you're putting on your robe and your wizard hat.
And my sex hat.
I put on my robe and my sex hat. I bet you are starting to suspect that I'm already hard and ready to start.
You can do us.
You can do us.
Classic. No,
Yeah, remember that old ex-friend we had that said they didn't like Dan Avedon's voice? That should have been our first clue the friendship wasn't going to work out.
Oh yes, indeed. That was a red flag if there ever was one.
We ignored so many early warning signs.
The sweet dulcet tones of Daniel Avedon have...
Daniel Avedaniel?
Daniel Avedaniel. Yep. It's like sorry. Look. That's got to be the litmus test right now, right? If we need to know who is worth being a friend to, we need to have them listen to NSP and be like, does he have a good voice?
Right.
Forget about the lyrics. What about the voice?
Do you find this pleasurable?
Pleasurable.
We've achieved total Daniel Avedaniel saturation.
Total Avedon saturation.
He's on the spoofy.
Is he on spoofy? Answer yes.
Yes, he is in fact on spoofy.
He is actually on spoofy. No, yeah, it has been like a month and a half.
I like that mini controversy last week when everyone was like, Spotify's gonna add ads to premium, and then Spotify just tweeted, no, we're not.
No.
Source?
Citation needed?
Spotify be like, at Grok, is this true?
Right. Oh god, we haven't recorded long enough that fucking at Grok is this true meme happened. Oh fuck. Oh yeah, it's been like
I like how we measure time spans in memes now. That's great.
Memes are monthly at this point, so like you might as well.
Very flavor of the month type beat.
Yeah. No, it actually has been like a month and a half since our last recording. Like, the last episode was uploaded, frickin' March 31st.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, right after we finished the vertical slice.
Yeah, just knock that one out.
Yeah, just it's like, okay, vertical slice podcast done, break.
Yeah, let's take April off.
Yeah, fuck. And we did.
For that.
But have we been doing things during that period? Well, God, I hope so. Otherwise, we have really boring lives.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah, dude, imagine we take another fucking 8-month hiatus again. We come back and we're like, so what have we been up to? Same old, same old.
You know, man. No, I don't know. Tell me. You fucker.
If we ever go on that long about hiatus again, we should do what Zim did and just hide say we were hiding in a toilet.
Yes, absolutely.
You've been hiding in a toilet the whole time.
The whole time.
That's right. Like the whole time.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
No, yeah.
That'll be the day.
It's not like we didn't do anything during April. In fact, over on our server, we had our Anime April event.
That's true.
Where we watched... Okay. We, as in the server, watched 5 movies. You watched 4. Actually, no, you watched 3.
Did I?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Yeah, so the movies we watched were Penguin Highway,
I remember that one.
yeah, Urotsuki Doji, Legend of the Overfiend. Which,
I don't remember.
for the record, hell of a fucking swerve, that one. We had the Little Witch Academia double feature.
That was fun.
That was really fun. I love those movies. They're very fun. Wolf Children and Super Dimension Fortress Macross. Do you remember love?
Apparently, I don't.
Apparently, you do not remember love. You were not there to experience love, so I cannot ask you, do you remember love? So that your answer will be yes. How dare you?
That's out of context. It's a very cultish thing to say to me.
Honestly, Macross fans feel like
have you not received the love?
Have you not experienced love? I feel like that's something.
That's literally witch cultists. Yeah.
No. I'm literally like thinking of like the fucking hexagon cultists from Killer Connect now. It's like, come on.
Oh. Well, with the love talk,
Yeah.
I was thinking more sin archbishops, but yeah, that's also funny.
That's also true. Oh god. Oh man.
Do you not remember love?
My brain trembles. That is actually.
This one does not know love.
Yep.
Inconceivable, inexplicable, indelible.
Indelible.
He cannot be dealt.
Look, I'm just saying. Betelgeuse is one of Tom Habercorn's best roles because he just goes absolutely 110% to the wall with it, and it is the most fun shit ever.
No. I truly have my doubts about your state of mind.
No, dude, the ReZero dub is like it's one of my favorite dubs, frankly. Like, it's up there.
Why do you pretend that your mind is broken? It is an insult to true madness.
Yeah. No, yeah, so
fantastic. Anyway.
Yeah, so quick run through like Anime April's offerings. Penguin Highway, pretty good. It's pretty good. Like, I can't say that I've soured on it, but like over time I'm like, it could have been better.
Okay, it's just I remember less and less of it every passing week.
If the problem is that, like, for what the story's trying to accomplish, it feels a little too slow and meandering for me.
Yeah.
I feel like it could have been a little more focused in terms of its plot structure, but it's very creative and it's very nice looking. So there is that.
Yeah.
For fucking Urotsuki Doji, so I have not seen Urotsuki Doji since I was in high school, right? So I didn't know if this movie was actually going to still be anywhere near entertaining. Yes, by the way, this movie's actually, honestly, Urotsuki Doji is kind of awesome because it's Biss, who watched the movie with us, described it as a metal album come to life in the form of a movie. It is it is this like viscerally violent, demonic imagery, sexually charged, unabashed, just thing, and it is the coolest shit.
Yeah, I know. I also love Deathgasm.
I'm trying to hang on. I really think you would have liked Urotsuki Doji, honestly. Yeah, whatever. No.
Yeah.
No, Urotsuki Doji, honestly, very fun movie. I actually really like that movie. Little Witch Academia. So, I've been, the whole Little Witch Academia thing has been, like, a long time coming, because I've been trying to get Zeke to watch this for the last, ever since I became his friend, I've been trying to get him to watch it. So, this is, like, the end of an arc.
I guess so.
Yeah, no.
No, it was good.
Yeah. No, I love Little Witch Academia. It feels... The best way I can describe it is that, like, vibes-wise, it feels like something that would have aired on Cartoon Network back when I was a kid. Like, it has that kind of, like, very, like, high, like, creative, kind of childlike wonder whimsy vibe to it, and I fucking love Little Witch Academia. It's really fun. The second one is especially good.
Yeah, it's very, very cartoony, very Tom and Jerry-ass mofo.
Very, yeah. No, Yo-Yo Shinari is, like, big on Western cartoons, and you can absolutely feel that influence here. Like, you can absolutely feel stuff like, you know, Tom and Jerry, Powerpuff Girls, and the like, in his art style and animation. So, no, yeah, Little Witch Academia is, like, it's probably my favorite, like, general franchise out of anything Trigger's made. Yeah, maybe I'm actually, honestly, now that I've rewatched the movies, I plan on going through the TV series again. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
That will be a fun time, I believe. Wolf Children. So Wolf Children used to be my favorite Hosoda movie. I don't think that's true anymore. I still think it's very good, mind you.
Sure.
I still think Wolf Children.
I'm minded.
Yeah, I still think.
I feel minded.
Yeah, minded. Yeah, no, like.
Yeah.
I still think Wolf Children is very good.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, the one thing that sticks out to me now is, now that I've actually had experience helping to raise children, this movie hits very different now. So, I will say, in many ways, it is a very true-to-life film, minus the anthropomorphism.
That you know of.
That I know. God, the kids end up... Okay, I need to ask my siblings some questions now.
Sure.
Who's the real father?
Have you noticed fur and you don't know where it comes from?
Not as of yet. We shall see. Yeah. And then for fucking, Do You Remember Love? It's fucking Macross Do You Remember Love. It's a fucking masterpiece. What can I fucking say? It's great.
Nothing. It speaks for itself.
Yeah. You say that, but like...
Hey, it speaks for itself.
It kind of does. All right.
Yep.
Also, I know I've mentioned this offhand a couple of times, like, through conversation, but I've never put it into a podcast. I accidentally unlocked a new hyperfixation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, damn it. No,
Yeah.
he's going to talk about it.
Yeah.
No!
Oh. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Go on.
No, yeah. So, when we were doing the... when we were gathering suggestions for Anime April, one of our friends, Drawing Girl 94, suggested the first Doraemon movie, Nobita's Dinosaur. And I told her, I've been meaning to check out, you know, at least one of these Doraemon movies at some point, so I guess I'll watch it on my own time at some point.
He said, like a fool.
Like a fool, not realizing what I was getting into. Month and a half later, I am now 20 movies deep. Kevin! Wow, Kevin, you must be almost done with it. No, there are 46. I am
He's
not
almost halfway there.
I am almost halfway there. Help!
You padding the media thread count, boy?
I may be padding the media thread count, but at the very least, these are actual movies, so it counts.
Yeah, I think you've like leaped like 20 ahead of me. I have to check.
I have, yeah. I'm at like 76 now, I think.
No, you fucking bitch.
I'm sorry.
I'm not a fucking. I'm not a fucking movie guy.
I know you're not a movie guy. I know this. I understand this. Yeah, no, you're at like 58 as of last night, so like I'm like freaking 18 ahead of you, yeah.
Oh god damn it! I opened Blue Sky. People actually messaged me about the project that I didn't notice. God
No!
damn it!
No!
Hold on, my DMs are closed. They shouldn't be closed.
Yeah. Open the DMs. Stop having them be closed. Yeah, you should probably
Okay.
check Blue Sky more
I'm looking.
often.
Yeah, I probably should. Where the fuck? How do I fucking interaction settings? No. How do I fucking how do I open my DMs?
That's a really good question, because, like, I have my DMs open by default. I don't know how to freaking, like, open or close them. Okay. You go to chats, then you go to, like, the freaking gear, and you put, allow new messages from everyone.
Oh, I see.
There you go. Alright.
Okay. Alright.
Solved!
Thank you.
Anyway. I know, riveting podcast material. Anyway, no, no, yeah, I've been meaning to watch, like, some of these movies at some point, but unfortunately I fell down a fucking rabbit hole because I realized, turns out there's a reason this franchise has been fucking evergreen for 50-plus years over in Japan. Doraemon is just a very creative, like, it is a franchise that breeds creativity, frankly. Like, you're still there, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Sorry, just responding to people.
You're good, you're good. Like, the entire thing with Doraemon is that, like, the concept is very basic, right? You have this Japanese kid, Nobita, who's got, like, all these, you know, this, like, group of friends. He's got, like, you know, the girl character.
I hear he's also got a dinosaur.
He has a dinosaur, yeah. He also has a remake of that dinosaur. He also has he also has, like, another movie where he has 2 dinosaurs. They were just,
wow, such endless creative potential.
Sir, that's 3 movies out of 46.
They just really like this dinosaur well.
I don't think there's much else they can do with it, honestly. So I don't know. Maybe they'll find, like, you know,
pump the brakes on the dinosaur.
Yeah, yeah. Pump the brakes on the dinosaur. We got other shit to do. No, dude. The number of genres that have been covered in the Doraemon movies that I've seen is kind of wild. Because, like, I've seen, like, fucking fantasy adventure movies. I've seen, like, epic space operas. I've seen, like, at least 2 of these movies are, like, fucking, like, high seas pirate adventures.
Oh yeah, how about mobster flick?
There's been some mobster stuff in a couple of these movies.
How about 2000s single unaffiliated superhero unconnected to other universes?
There is a superhero movie. They did make a superhero movie.
How about revenge porn?
Okay, they haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Maybe for big number 50.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure someone's already made a fanfic about that with, like, one of the fucking...
Oh, undoubtedly.
Undoubtedly, yeah.
This stupid fucking dipshit earless cat has existed since the 60s.
Right, yeah.
Motherfucker's like a year younger than my parents or some shit. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure.
No, yeah, like... These can, like... I don't think I've seen a bad Doraemon movie yet, also. Like, there is a remarkable consistency in terms of quality with these movies that I've seen. Now, mind you, I'm just bouncing all over the place. I've seen movies from, like, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s, the 2010s. I've seen a movie from 2021. Like, I'm just kind of, like, bouncing all over. But the beauty of Doraemon is that, like, as long as you have a base understanding of the franchise and what its concepts are, you can just jump in anywhere and just have fun. No, like, some of these movies are also really good. Like, there's this one movie that's the Adventure in the Antarctic Kachikochi. I don't know why it's called that. I've seen the movie and I don't know why it's called that. It is Antarctic. I don't know what's Kachikochi about it.
Right.
But I have described that movie as what if Renaissance Disney or Studio Ghibli made an Indiana Jones style adventure movie.
Right.
And it's kind of awesome. It's like most of everything that I like in an adventure movie is in that movie. It's really really fun. Like if
DuckTales did it first.
It kind of, Okay, but does DuckTales have time travel? No. No, I have been having a fantastic time going through the Doraemon movies. Might take a break for a little bit after I watch the next one, which I plan on being Stand By Me Doraemon. Probably going to take a break for a bit, but, obsessions being what they are, I'm going to go back to it eventually.
It should actually be Doraemon Stand By Me, like Fire Walk With Me.
It should be. I mentioned the name Stand By Me Doraemon in another server, and someone's just like, do they also find a dead body in this one?
I hope so. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Let's do a fucking Doraemon murder mystery. We've already done a fucking like Lupin the Third style like who done it stole the thing mystery. Let's do a murder mystery. Let's go.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. No, fucking. Apart from that, I've actually been playing video games too. Been going through.
What?
Yeah,
crazy.
Video games. So yeah, despite
electronic gaming, video games, esports, electronic sports, competitive video gaming. It's a fucking Funk's video on esports.
Yeah.
Where he runs like the fucking the reel of all the newscasters from like 2005 or whatever. And we're like, this new phenomenon known as electronic sports. Competitive video gaming.
Because we're talking about it like it's a fucking alien concept. To be fair, back in 2005 it was, but you know. Mm-hmm. Anyway, fucking.
One side is the terrorists, and the other side is the counter-terrorists. They portray the IDF as good guys. That will age well.
That will age well. Yep. No, fucking. Impressively. Speaking of video games, because that is the focus here. Despite the fact that I have played Halo Infinite for 1,000 fucking hours, I've only just now beaten the campaign.
Oh, good job.
Yeah,
I'd love to do that. It keeps fucking crashing on me.
I don't know why it does. That is bizarre. That's weird.
It worked like the first 2 times I played it, and then every other time since it's just crashed on boot when I try to boot the campaign.
Yeah, because it's like...
And I kind of don't want to troubleshoot it because it's such a pain in the fucking ass to launch the campaign.
Right, yeah, because they do this thing where it's like, you go through the main launcher, which is, just the multiplayer, and then you click Start Campaign, and then it, like, closes the launcher and opens up a different executable for the single player.
Yeah.
Like, it's really weird. It's really weirdly designed.
Look, there's like 4 loading screens involved. I almost don't want to fucking troubleshoot it.
Yeah. It sucks, because actually, I had a lot of fun with the Halo Infinite campaign. It's pretty good. Very different. It's a very different type of campaign from for previous Halo games. It's more so it's kind of an open world game.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't say it's open world. It's more so like an open sandbox thing that has missions on the map that you just go there.
Like your Grand Theft Autos.
A little bit, yeah. But no, yeah. Very fun campaign. I really hope that ending goes somewhere. Halo Studios. Really hope you don't just drop that one.
Don't fucking dead name them, bitch.
Yeah. Really hope you don't just drop that plot thread. It's really interesting. Hope you do something with it.
I don't know. We read like 2 negative Reddit comments, so we might scrap everything and start over again.
Right? Yeah. No. Fucking. God. Just freaking commit to a plot thread, please. God. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, pretty good campaign. I am also going through Shadow Warrior again. So, I never actually beat the original Shadow Warrior. I got like, I think I got like halfway, 2/3 of the way in.
When he says the original Shadow Warrior, by the way, he means
2013.
the reboot. Yeah.
Yeah, 2013. So like, I got like one half, 2/3 of the way in, so I never actually beat it. I am on the last fucking mission, I think. Chapter 16. I think it's the last one.
I don't remember how many there are, but yeah, sounds right.
Yeah, no, I am storming Zilla's palace. Actively. And the original the Shadow Warrior reboot, original fucking 2013, whatever. Very fun.
2013.
No, it's very fun. Oddly, it's really weird playing it because a lot of the things people attribute to Doom 2016 as being particularly like innovative or whatever, Shadow Warrior kind of did first.
That's what I said when I played it.
Yeah, it feels like a proto Doom 2016. It's very.
I feel like I'm getting on my soapbox.
Get on your soapbox, boy.
I think the cultural impact of Doom 2016 is grossly overstated, and the industry was already heading that direction anyway.
Yeah, no, I feel
and
like
you can 2014 we had Wolfenstein: The New Order, which whatever you want to feel about it, it was definitely an old school for the time. The year before that we had Shadow Warrior 2013. Before that we had fucking Resistance 3, which I really credit with actually, despite it not selling amazingly, I really credit Resistance 3 with culturally bringing back a lot of these ideas of what if you could hold all the guns at once? What if there was no regenerating health and you had to fucking scour for medkits again? Yeah. Like that was 2011.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else was fucking doing that shit at that time.
Yeah, no, I feel like if anything, Doom 2016 is more so like the coalescence of all of those previous games, pushing in that direction. It is not the game that single-handedly, brought back.
No, I feel like Doom 2016 was. I feel like Doom 2016 was looking around and being like, "Oh, are we doing that again? Oh, okay."
No, because you have to understand, Doom 2016 came out of the failure.
Just leaning over, I'm like, just making sure I don't stand out.
No, Doom 2016 came out of the failure that was the development of Doom 4, which was actually, planned to be this, standard fucking military action.
Oh, if anyone's curious, they uncovered id Tech 5 Quake 5 development screenshots. If anyone's interested.
Oh, goddamn! I did not know that. Holy shit.
No, I think I retweeted it. Yeah.
Okay.
We've on some random artist account or whatever. People just found they were working on a Quake 5 at one point. It got canceled, obviously, but there's some screenshots of id Tech 5 engine Quake, which includes, wait for it, Fuzzy Shamblers!
Fuzzy Shamblers, let's go!
Them bitches got fur!
Yeah, boy!
Sorry, we are pro Fuzzy Shambler in this show.
Yeah, yes, we are Fuzzy Shambler accepting here.
Yep.
No, anyway.
It's fascinating. Anyway, 2016.
I do the whole thing about Doom 2016 is that it came out of the failed development of Doom 4, which that was canceled around 2011, 2012, when this stuff was starting to happen more often in the games industry. When people were starting to bring back a lot of these older design elements from stuff like the original Doom and Quake and whatever.
Let's postulate for a second. Imagine a timeline where Doom 4 actually happened, and because at that time, and it came out 2011, 2010, 2011-ish, right? And at that time, we would have a Doom game that plays like a Halo.
Yeah. Oh God.
That would be weird.
That is weird.
Because the funny thing about Doom taking as long a break as it did is that it kind of missed that entire era.
It did, yeah.
And so when you look at the history of Doom now, it feels rather, aside from Doom 3 being kind of weird in some ways, it still adhered to a lot of the same design principles. It just did them differently.
Yeah.
But it skipped that entire fucking late 6th gen, entire 7th gen era. And so you have this kind of seamless continuity where it kind of feels like Doom never really became anything else.
That is true. That is true.
But imagine a timeline where Doom 4 existed.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
That would be very weird, because well, like you said, with the exception of Doom 3, which even then, not that big of a difference. It's mostly just, you know, more atmospheric, I guess.
Yeah.
More atmospheric, more cinematic.
Or smaller enemy counts.
Yeah, there really is just a very smooth and clean delineation going from Doom 1 to 64. 3 is a little weird, and then just 2016. It's remarkably consistent when you. Honestly, the Doom series may be one of the most consistent, like, quality video game series out there, simply because of that. It's like
Doom never. My thing is that, like, if Doom 4 happened, it would have been like a Resistance 2 situation where it's like, Blood thinks he's part of the team.
Right? Yeah. Hashtag not my Doom.
I'm just saying we narrowly avoided a reality in which a Doom game released that played like COD.
Yeah, and we are better for it, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
We are much better for it. That is a worse timeline. That is a worse timeline, I will say.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, especially if that was a success, like, would we have gotten everything after? I don't know.
Right? Would we have had the boomer shooter renaissance? Frankly, I'm not sure we would have.
I mean, I think we would. It's just a matter of, like, what direction would Doom as a franchise have gone, right?
True. Yeah, because, like,
I think no matter what, people were going to rediscover those older design principles and realize that they actually kick a lot of fucking ass.
Oh,
like, I feel like eventually you get Dusk. You know.
All roads lead to Dusk.
Yeah, that's how time works, dipshit.
Yep. There we go. Yep.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, eventually.
That is fair. Yeah, that is fair. It's just it would have like manifested so differently, and the Doom franchise would have been a very different beast today.
That's what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
If Doom 4 actually came out, it would have been a very different timeline.
Mm-hmm. God, wow. That is just fascinating to actually think about. Someone in the other server actually did refer to Doom 2016 as Doom 4, and I'm like, there is no Doom 4. Doom 4 existed at one point. It got canceled. Now we have Doom 2016. Don't call it Doom 4. That's not its name.
Yeah, it's historically useful to refer to the canceled project Doom 4 as Doom 4.
Yeah. But no, yeah, been going through Shadow Warrior. I got to, God. So, like, who the fuck? Okay, sorry. No, there are some fucking enemies in that game that are fuck-ass obnoxious to deal with. Like,
sure.
So, like, there's, like, this Resurrector enemy that, like, summons a bunch of, like, smaller, like, lesser demons to, like, you know, swarm you. And like, whenever he, like, you know, has to, like, charge his energy, he puts up this, like, shield around him where you can't shoot him until the shield goes down. There's this other enemy.
Wow, carcasses before carcasses.
Right, yeah. No, there's another enemy where it's like, it's this big fucking bruiser enemy that has this Roadhog style hook attack where it's like he just grabs a hold of you, you can't move, and then he just brings you over and you can't break out of it. And then there's another fucking enemy where it's like this berserker type enemy where you have to, like, goad it into a wall so that like you can turn around and shoot its back, which is its only weak spot. Its back. And I have gotten to a point where there are like 4 or 5 waves of enemies, and wave 4 is just all of these fuckers at the same damn time. It is really, really difficult. But it's fun.
I should replay it at some point. I haven't played that Shadow Warrior since when I played Shadow Warrior 2015. I think Shadow Warrior 2 was new when I did that. So it's been a while.
So yeah, I believe so. Yeah. No. Honestly, Shadow Warrior 2013 is pretty. It holds up. It's very fun. It's a really, really good game. I feel like I honestly I look at the reviews at the time where it's like, we're gonna give like a 72, 73, and I'm like, this game's better than that. I'm sorry.
No, I agree.
No, Shadow Warrior's really good. Love it. Big fan.
Yes, we've also initiated that when you play Shadow Warrior 2, we're going to have a drinking game. Every time you see the proc gen make stairs that go up into a ceiling, take a drink.
It's gonna be really interesting playing a Shadow Warrior game that has fucking proc gen.
Shadow Warrior 2 is an interesting beast. I like it more than most people, but it's interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting playing that and seeing how I take to it personally.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because its levels are proc gen and it's got like this quasi Borderlands style loot drop system. I actually like this. Actually, like the story. Actually, the story might be one of the better elements of it. Also, the levels are proc gen. The level themes aesthetically are pretty cool. And the combat does feel nice. I like Shadow Warrior 2. It's interesting. Again, I'd probably have to play it again someday.
Honestly, the story of the first one's not bad either. I really like Hoji.
No, it's good. Yeah, no, I do too. I like the story on all three of them, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah. Good games overall. Sure. And yeah, that's more or less what I've been doing. What you been doing?
Oh, we're allowed to talk now?
Yes, this is your podcast, sir.
Oh, right.
Sir, when I've been gone for a month and a half and I have shit to say, I'm going to say it.
This is his defense for going on a half-hour diatribe about Doraemon.
It was only like 15 minutes, frankly.
Talk to me when the cat grows ears, like a cat should have.
Oh, for that you want Doraemon and the Animal Planet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did Animal Planet give their okay for that, or like?
I think that movie existed before Animal Planet, the channel. So yeah.
Wow, that's old.
Yeah, no, like, yeah.
Okay, never mind. Animal Planet, did Doraemon give their okay for that?
Probably not. Go ahead. What have you been up to?
I've been up to things and stuff and other things. It's really cool. Right. So we've been working away on. We've been working on the Killer Connect.
Yes.
Right. Yes. We're assembling a team. Behind the scenes, I've been answering a lot of emails. I've been answering a lot of emails. I've been coordinating things, doing a lot of writing. I really need to my self-imposed deadline is to have a new script sequence out on the 10th, 20th, and 30th of every month. I gotta get cracking. It's the 17th, and I have like 400 words. So I gotta get cracking on this next one. So yeah, still working on that, obviously. In terms of like fun stuff, though, well, I mean that's fun, but
Yeah.
it's stuff I do for entertainment. Did I beat something or something? I beat a game or something, I think. Well, I know I've beaten Doom Wads and shit. That's what I'm talking about.
No. Apart from fucking Doom Wads and whatever the fuck.
Hold on, let me scroll up. Let me scroll up on the speaker thread. Oh right, I beat fuck. God damn it! You scroll up fast enough on Twitter, it's like, nope, you didn't mean to scroll that fast. Go back.
Yeah, go back, bitch.
I beat God, it's been so fucking long. This is the beginning of April. I beat Ghost of Tsushima. Right.
Yes, please. Let's talk about that. Because
like Ghost of Tsushima and the Iki Island expansion. Yes.
Yeah, because like I've been interested in playing that game. It looks good.
I think you'd enjoy it.
Okay, all right.
I think you'd enjoy it. I think the storytelling is pretty good. I think the visuals are really nice. The combat feels really cool. It's a little open world checklisty, but I think once you get like enough upgrades and stuff, you can kind of put a cap on that. Like there's way more open. There's way more open world bloat that you don't have to engage with. Like engage with just enough to get the upgrades you want, and then there's not a whole lot of point going beyond that, because even on hard the game is a decent challenge, but it's not like so hard you need every single upgrade the game possibly has.
Okay.
Also, there's one of my minor complaints is that there's a bajillion fucking charms, and most like you're gonna find like the 4 or 5 you really like and just stick with them most of the game. But for the most part, yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's perhaps a little longer for its. I feel like, the systems kind of run out of steam about halfway through, and then there's just so much game left, and it's good. But you can't help but feel like they could have had a few more ideas or whatnot. One of my biggest hopes for Ghost of Yotei, I think I said, is that I want more diverse enemy types and tactics, and more varied mission variety.
Yeah.
Not that Ghost of Tsushima has none, but for how long it is, you'd kind of expect more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah, you really want to click. You really want to click with this combat and enjoy just the simple joy of that, because that's going to carry the entire experience.
Yeah.
Apart from the story, which I think is pretty good. Mono no Oware, indeed.
No, yeah, no, that's
There
really...
there is much Mono no Oware. I'll say that. There's a lot of Mono no Oware going on.
Yeah. No, that's really good to hear. I trust your judgment in terms of, like, you know, games that would personally appeal to me. I feel like at this point you have a pretty good grasp on the shit that I would be into. So, like, I'm not a complicated guy in that regard. So,
Yeah, no. No, I think it's a pretty appealing time. I had a good time with it.
no, yeah, I'm honestly fine with, like, the fucking open world checklist thing, as long as it's not, you know, bloating the entire experience and just forcing you to play for like 100 whatever the fuck hours just to fucking get where you need to go. No, like the game is pretty long, but it's not bloated in that sense. Yeah.
A lot of it is, once you do enough of it, you can kind of just ignore the rest unless you really want like every fucking trophy or whatever.
Okay, no, that's perfectly fine. That's perfect, actually.
Yeah.
That's honestly how I prefer a lot of these games to go, where it's like, yeah, you can do more if you want, but like, if you just want to get the upgrades that you need and go forward in the story, just do that. You know, have fun.
Yeah, I recommend doing.
Have fun.
I recommend
have
doing
fun.
this...
25 hours. Boom. I know.
40
I know.
yeah.
I know.
Anyway,
It's longer than
I
that.
recommend the side quests and shit. I'm talking about shit like finding every shrine or doing like all the like haikus or whatever.
Oh yeah. Like fucking like in fucking Assassin's Creed Black Flag, trying to find all the fucking
Right.
trying to find all the fucking sea shanties. Yeah.
Yeah, shit like that. It may have escaped your notice, Kevin, but I've become a bit of a classic doomer lately.
Yeah, I've noticed that you've taken a break from playing Doom to play more Doom.
Yeah, correct.
No, yeah, that's,
Well, I was playing.
That's been like your whole fucking like personality for the last like couple of months, man.
Yeah. Not true. Sometimes my personality is Quake 2 coded. It depends on if the map center has put out something recently.
That is a good point. That is correct. Yes.
Yeah, I tend to flip flop between Quake 2 and classic Doom. I was gonna do a fucking replay of Quake 2 on hard, and I got through all the way through Unit 4, and then I encountered a fucking softlock bug that somehow still exists. Somehow.
Yeah.
And while I probably could have just fucking no-clipped through the goddamn door that wouldn't open and just continued on from there, I decided, I don't wanna. It's Doom time.
No. It's time for Doom instead.
Yeah, although I did do some things on Quake 2 before that. I played the remake of the community remake of the PSX version, and then I played the Map Center Map Jam series of maps based on the PSX version. So it's like the PSX remake and then DLC for the PSX remake. Both were good times. But anyway, Doom wise, I've been doing this thing. There's a mod called Final Doomer Plus, and what Final Doomer Plus does is that they made custom weapon sets based on popular WADs of that time, like not all of them, but like a lot of the big names of the time, and they themed the new weapon sets around them. They fill in, most of them fall into similar archetypes, but they have like different mechanics, so they function slightly differently. And mainly they're supposed to add flavor to the WADs that they were made for, right?
Yeah.
So the first one I did was Ancient Aliens, and that WAD is incredible.
No, yeah, dude, the shit that I've seen them do in Ancient Aliens, and like watching you play it, I was like, this is the classic Doom engine. Holy fuck.
Yeah, no, it's I think it's limit removing, but I think Ancient Aliens does run on like the new Kex Doom if you wanted to do that. If someone wanted to go now, I don't know if you can get Final Doom or Plus on Kex Doom, but you can definitely play like the base WAD on Kex Doom if I recall. So like yeah, same. It's like I wouldn't call it like base Doom engine because that like I don't think this will run on like Chocolate Doom.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But like. It's not like a full like, even though I'm running it on GZ Doom, it's not like a GZ Doom creation.
Yeah.
Right? It's like id 24 standard, IBF 21, whatever the fuck standard people are using these days. It's like that. Anyway, Ancient Aliens is beautiful. Visually amazing, striking. The music, the fucking soundtrack is out. There are tracks in Ancient Aliens that will never leave my fucking head.
And that's the best thing you can have for like a fucking Doom game. It's just that those music tracks just get stuck in your head, right?
Yeah, it is an adventure. And the Final Doomer plus Ancient Aliens weapon set is also really enjoyable and adds a ton of flavor to the experience. I have one nitpick. One nitpick. So the rocket launcher was replaced by the photon scepter, which fires like a big blast of like photon energy or whatever.
Yeah.
Now I suspect the way they have coded this and why it's different from the rocket launcher, it fires slightly faster, and they made it so that it does more splash damage, less impact damage, and has a little bit more knockback. The problem with this is that if you'll recall, the Cyber Demon is immune to splash damage, which is why you won't. This is why you won't see a Cyber Demon blowing itself up with its own rockets, because it's hard-coded to ignore splash damage.
Yeah.
So when you change the rocket launcher equivalent to be mostly splash damage, you'll run into situations where you think you can just rocket down a Cyber Demon like it's Doom, and you can't really do that in Ancient Aliens.
Yeah.
Well, with this Final Doomer Plus weapon set anyway. I spent way too long on several occasions trying to Photon Scepter a Cyber Demon, and it was not working. And I'm like, why is this fucking Cyber Demon goddamn immortal? And then it eventually hit me that I'm pretty sure they rebalanced it so that that weapon does mostly splash damage, and the Cyber Demon is immune to splash damage. So my tip, if anyone plays through Ancient Aliens with the Final Doomer Plus weapon set, save your like the plasma equivalent is like the alien weapon or whatever.
Yeah.
Save ammo for that for Cyber Demons. Don't rely on the Photon Scepter for that.
Okay.
There was one specific time, it wasn't hard, but it was tedious. I had to literally pistol a Cyber Demon to death.
Oh man.
Now, granted, the Ancient Aliens weapon set pistol, it has infinite ammo and is slightly more damaging than the stock pistol. Still, that took a while.
Yeah, that's still a lot of chip damage.
That was one time. That was one time. And I'm not even sure if I needed to kill him, honestly. It might have just been me trying to get all kills. But anyway, like Ancient Aliens, great level design, great fucking aesthetics, great music. No, like I could not have started. This was like the first big Mega WAD I played after I played through like all the classic ones, all the canon ones, I guess.
Yeah.
And I could not have picked a better place to start. It's also like, it's a bit harder than commercial Doom, but not by a ton. Like it's pretty accessible if you're new to like community Mega WADs. It's fairly accessible.
Okay.
And I like that. Yeah, Ancient Aliens fucking rocks. I'm actually playing through. This is skipping ahead a bit, but right now I'm actually playing through Intergalactic Xenology. So
the Skillsaw, the guy who made Ancient Aliens, he released the texture pack he used to make it just open source for anyone to use. There are 2 projects I'm aware of that make use of this texture set to be sort of spiritual successors or homages to Ancient Aliens.
Yeah.
The first is the Intergalactic Xenology trilogy, which I'm going through now, and the other is called Alienated. So far, I'm done with 2. Intergalactic Xenology it's a trilogy. Basically, they just made like 5 levels a year, and then they've done it 3 times, so it's a trilogy now, I guess. So it's 15 levels. It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. It feels like if Ancient Aliens had DLC, this would be what it was.
Right.
It's pretty on par, honestly. Aside from the music, which I don't think is as good. But I mean, a few things are. Anyway, I've been going through that. That's pretty fun.
No, that sounds fucking fantastic. That is kind of the beauty of classic Doom, and especially like the classic Doom duology, right? Is that you described it best that Doom 2 in particular is more so a game engine than it is a game at this point, because
kind of
it's kind of just a platform for people to make their own like levels and campaigns and just like spin off to do wild shit. And the things people have done within the confines of the original Doom is pretty darn spectacular. Like you can literally like play nothing but Doom WADs for the rest of your life and be satisfied, frankly.
I've got a little list. I also played through, in the next megawatt I did in that Final Number Plus set was the Japanese Community Project. This one I'm a little more conflicted on.
Yeah.
It's a community project, so the standards are a little lower because like they take what they can get. I'm conflicted on it because there are a lot of good maps in the Japanese Community Project, but there's also ones that I'm reading right off my tweet, by the way. There's also ones with absolutely terrible conveyance, especially towards the end. And by the end, I just wanted the damn thing to be over with.
Yeah.
The weapon set's fun. The Final Number Plus weapon set that it has, it's fun. I don't love the BFG equivalent though, the Onmyo Destroyer, because you have to fire it in a weird arc.
I saw you trying to like use the Onmyo Devastator in the same way that like you're supposed to use the fucking BFG, and like trying to actually utilize the fucking.
It's devastating when it connects in the right way. It just rarely seemed to do that for me. Maybe maybe it's an issue of me using free look. I don't know. It could be that. It could be like it's programmed to be at like a perfect arc with like not having free look, and my having free look fucked it up. I don't know. But that was one thing I didn't like about it. Anyway, the JCP is kind of a mixed bag. It's got some great levels, but it's also progressively got some ones with like really bad signposting, and I'm just like, where the fuck do I go?
What do I do? Where do I go?
Shout out to the secret level exit being finding all 5 Commander Keens to kill. That was fun.
That's fun. Oh, that's great.
Yep. I also beat White Mare, that has its own weapon set, which turns you into fucking pyro, which is great. White Mare is made by Russians. I've read that it was a result of it's mostly a collection of maps made during a speed mapping event, which makes some things about it make sense. There is a White Mare 2 I plan to go through at some point. Really fun weapon set because again, you become pyro, which is sick. And right now, as I said, I'm playing Intergalactic Xenology. I have this whole list. It's whatever. But enough about that. The monumental event that will change all of our lives has fucking dropped.
What is it? What could it possibly be?
That's right, bitches. It's... You knew this was coming. You knew I had to talk about it.
I knew it was coming. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's get into it.
Yep, it's the 100 line.
It's the 100
line's out.
Yep.
It's the 100 line. Where do I start? This game is an aberration against nature.
That's a compliment, by the way.
No, yeah.
He means this in the most affectionate way possible.
Right. The 100 line Last Defense Academy. These, I'm reading off the tweet again. These absolute fucking insane people made a full game, literally longer than some of their past games, and then said, "Oh, you're not done. This has all been prologue."
Yeah, this is the beginning.
There are no words for the sheer scope and ambition of the 100 line. So far I've gone through the first scenario, which you have to do before you can't access any. There's no decisions. Well, okay, there's one, but it's a joke. There's no decisions or route branching until after you've gone through the first scenario. So there's the first scenario, and then there's the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I've gone through the first scenario. The first route I tried to go on, I ended up running into a story lock about 80% of the way through. If you're an Uchikoshi fan, you'll know what the fuck that means.
Yeah.
Basically, you need to explore other routes to find like key information you need to get past story locks. So unfortunately, the first route I tried to do, I got through most of it, but then I was story locked from its ending. So I went through another route. For those in the know, I went through the Invader Hunt route. That was great. That was pretty fucking great. And now I'm gonna dive into another one at some point soon. So to clarify some things and dispel some things people may have heard, does the game actually have 100 endings? Yes.
Yes.
Does it have 100 routes? No.
No.
It's not that insane. Like, I almost feel like the 100 endings thing is like the wrong way to sell this game. Because it makes it sound way more insane than it actually is.
Right, yeah.
It undersells how insane it actually is. It's an insult to true madness. Right. The real selling point of this game is its absurd number of routes. My understanding is there's like 22-ish. 22, 23, 24-ish, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Which is, for any visual novel, insane. Especially at the length and complexity these ones are. This game has 11 writers on it, although Kodaka did more than you'd think, just based on that description. I don't expect them all to be equally engaging and consistent, but man, if the worst one is like only half as good as what I've played, then that's still pretty fucking good. Also the tactics gameplay is pretty nice. It's pretty good. It's better than you would expect from like a lot of like hybrid gameplay VNs kind of phone that aspect, their gameplay aspects in. Not so here. It's pretty good. It's made by Media Vision, the Valkyria Chronicles guys.
Oh yeah, no, they know how to make solid tactical gameplay. Yeah.
It's also very interesting. It's very different from probably any tactics game you played before. Mostly in that it kind of encourages you to be a suicidal maniac.
So not the Skya one.
No. The funny thing about the 100 Lines combat is that it tactically, it feels like it's designed to reward the kind of shit you would do if you suck at tactics games.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Which kind of flips the entire thing on its head. In interesting ways. That's all I'll say on that. This game is virtually impossible to talk about beyond the premise.
Okay. No, yeah, like I know you have tried to talk about this game, but it's just there's a fucking limit to what you're able to tell me.
This is the most mystery-dense game I think either Kodaka or Uchikoshi have ever made, and that's saying a lot.
That's saying a lot.
I need everyone to understand. That's saying a lot.
We are taking into account the entire output of Tokyo games up to this point, every Danganronpa game, and every fucking Zero Escape game. That's wild.
No, this feels like the best way I can describe the 100 Line is that it gives me the same feeling that Virtue's Last Reward did. If Virtue's Last Reward was primarily written and designed by Kodaka, and also there was way more of it. Which, if anyone knows me and how much I love Virtue's Last Reward, that's high praise.
No, yeah, like, I remember you DMing me, and you're just like, the fact that I have only scratched the surface of this is making me break out into a cold sweat.
Hello there, I'm done with the 35-hour prologue.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. I am in awe of the scope and vision, and I feel like I can't speak on this game definitively until I see everything. Which I know Kodaka keeps telling people that's not the point. Fuck you, know your audience.
Yeah, Kodaka, you have underestimated how fucking insane your fans are.
Yeah. I feel he's especially underestimated how familiar Chikoshi's fans are with this formula.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, you only have 62 hours on record for this game. Only 62.
Yes, I have seen 16 endings, I think. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, and I've done, as previously noted, I've done like 2 3/4 routes if you include the first scenario. I have like 20 routes to go or something along those lines.
Yeah.
It ends at some point, but man, that's in the distance. And like just the fucking the search for answers. Like every fucking answer I get in this goddamn game comes with 5 other questions, which will not be answered by the route that posed them.
Wow. God damn.
It is a massively complex, interconnecting web of puzzle pieces thrown into a forest. Go find them.
I need it.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. Anyone who has ever described themselves as a fan of Kodaka or Uchikoshi owes it to themselves to play the 100 line. Because it again, I really can't say anything about it beyond its premise, but like the sheer scope and ambition and depth of this fucking game is only they could have made this.
No, yeah, no, dude. Every single description point you have made about this game is like, buddy, I'm already hard. Like, come on.
Yeah, I know. And I'm gonna keep edging you until you shell out your $60.
I have been in full mass this whole time.
Commence edging.
Ah!
Yeah, no. I like the week before this came out, I wasn't even sure I was gonna get it. And then people I trust started talking about it. And I was like, oh no, I need this now. Now, it helped that we've downscaled our demo plans, so I don't need as much money as I thought I was going to. But even so, at the time, I didn't know that yet.
Yeah.
I was just like, I need to support my boys now, because they just made Kino.
Yeah.
You know? And I'd like them to keep making the Kino.
Yeah. We need more Peak.
More Kino, please.
Hello!
No, I'm, you know, and I have the feeling that like, much like how we still fucking talk about V3 to this day, I feel like people are going to be discussing and dissecting the 100 line for years to come,
just for
because
very,
there's just
very
so
long time.
Fucking much to dig into. Holy shit.
And that's like that's why I love Kodaka's writing personally, because
yeah.
There's just so much to fucking talk about if you're not a dumb shit.
Yeah.
Look,
No,
I don't give a shit about like all your fucking discourse or whatever the fuck. I care about the actual goddamn story.
Right, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm in awe of the 100 line. I can't wait to play more of the 100 line. I will probably, and because I play a bunch of other things, I know people who have already are close to or already have seen everything. I'm not exactly no-lifing it like that. I mostly just play it most nights or whatever. It'll probably last me the rest of the year if we're being honest. I'm counting
rate, most likely.
I'm counting each individual route as its own media thread entry just because it feels like the most honest way to dissect this fucking beast.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, I can't really talk about much more than that, but yeah, like so far I am very enamored with the 100 line, and I think any of their fans deserve it to them to support this game and support Tokyo Games.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Also, Doom of the Dark Age just came out. I bought it. I played the first 2 chapters. I haven't really played enough about it to talk in depth about it. So
yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
So I've just been like, yeah, like yes, I bought it. Yes, I'm playing it. Yes, I will play it. I just have, it was kind of bad timing. I just have other things I want to do right now.
Yeah, it is not the main focus at the moment.
Yeah, maybe next time I'll have more to say about it. Yeah, I think that'll do it for fucking.
Second...
I keep wanting to say what do we call these? Segment, right?
Yes.
I kept. My brain just kept going to sequence.
Yeah.
I make a lot of those today or these days.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll do it for segment number 1. Stay tuned to the bakagaijinshow.
Hey, welcome back to the bakagaijinshow. It's time for the Reddit dive.
Woo-hoo!
You know it. You love it.
Are we sure they love it? I mean, I love it. I don't know about them, but I love it.
Yeah. They're hiding around the corner. They've been waiting to ask it out since 3rd grade. They got a love letter in their pocket. They're buckling at the knees.
I hope Reddit Dive Senpai notices me.
Exactly. That's how it goes.
Indeed.
All right.
I hope I get Reddit gold today.
Nice. Am I the asshole here for kicking? Load, please. Kicking? I want to do some kicking.
Why you?
Why is this loaded? Okay. Am I the asshole for kicking an autistic child out of my restaurant for misbehaving? Not in my restaurant!
Not in my lobby! Anyway,
My name is Gina. My name is Gina 55F from upstate New York. Well, more from Utica, really. I own the family owned the pizzeria. My husband and I have been in the service industry for decades, and over the past few years, we've noticed a huge increase in rude customers, rude children, and a crazy level of entitlement. One of the rules we have in our restaurant is that nobody's allowed to talk on speakerphone, play music loud, or have anything playing on speaker from a personal device. This is such a simple request and something that has always been the standard. This was not even an issue, or something that needed to be said before the pandemic, but now it seems parents feel attacked if their children cannot watch Bluey on volume. Let's think about the phrase Bluey on volume. Gets the dope.
Bluey on volume.
Mm-hmm. We have signs up asking people to not do this, and we actually do enforce this rule politely, but firmly. A few weeks ago, a woman was sitting with her 9-year-old son who was watching cartoons on his tablet at full volume while also scrolling TikTok on a phone at the same time. I nicely explained to the woman that we do not allow this, as it is disruptive to other customers, and asked her to please turn off the volume. The woman rudely replied that her son has both ADHD and autism, so he needs to do this in order to sit down without making a fuss. I asked if she could please use headphones, and she said, saying her son does not like to use them. I told her this is not acceptable, and to please either use headphones or set his devices to silent. About 10 minutes later, I was in the kitchen, and I heard loud banging noises coming from the dining room. I came out to find the child furiously banging his fists on the table while the mother just sat there ignoring it. It was almost as if he was waiting for her to say something, but she did nothing. I asked her to please stop him, and she replied that he is on the spectrum, and this is just his normal behavior. He doesn't have a device to calm him down. The boy then stood up and started running around my restaurant, punching and kicking other tables and chairs, knocking things over. Another customer yelled at the mom to control your kid or I will. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yep.
I launched into what sounded like a rehearsed monologue about how autistic children deserve to occupy the same spaces as everyone else. I agree with this, but everyone still needs to behave appropriately. I told the woman that if she could not get her son's behavior under control, that she needs to leave. She was furious. I started yelling about how it is illegal to discriminate against people who are on the spectrum. This is illegal,
This is illegal, you know. Okay, all right.
And that she would report me. My husband came out,
wait
put her
until,
food...
I have so much to say, but I'm gonna wait for you.
My husband came out, put her food on the Togo box, and just said, "Get out right now." She looked genuinely shocked, and said the kids should not be expected to just sit quietly, and that the world needs to be more accepting of those who are different. I love my kids, my husband. I raised 5 of them, even one with special needs. But autism or no, nothing gives you the right to behave this way in any setting. If your child's issues are so severe that simply sitting in a restaurant without a device makes them freak out and throw a tantrum, maybe reconsider taking them there in the first place. I am tired of rude kids and lazy parents who embolden them to behave this way, refusing to discipline them or set any kind of rules or boundaries. This is not about ADHD or autism or any other condition. This is about entitlement, bad parenting, and bad behavior as a result. Am I the asshole here?
No, and honestly, you kind of explained exactly why. This is actually just bad parenting. Because here's the thing, even if the kid does have autism, even if the kid does have a behavioral issue and he has trouble focusing and being quiet, she has chosen the laziest, simplest option, which is literally inconvenience everyone else so that you don't have to hear them scream and throw a fit. Just put a tablet in front of them and have them turn the fucking volume up because apparently that just works. No, it doesn't work. That is literally just putting a band-aid on a massive gaping wound of a problem. You are a terrible parent. Your kid needs behavioral therapy. You are clearly not giving it to him. You are just using the... This is something that I see happen so much. It is an epidemic, frankly, where kids are just not given proper therapy and they're not given, like, any kind of time away from a screen. They are basically just... tablets and phones and whatever are used as substitute babysitters, essentially. Look, I know I'm starting to sound like a fucking boomer here, but like it's actually a real problem now, where like kids are just not getting the time away from the screen that they need. They're not, able to develop their focus is regressing. They have less like, oh god, it's just terrible parenting. And this is a great example of that. The second that tablet got turned away, or the second the tablet's volume got turned down, he just started throwing a fucking hissy fit because that's what he's been conditioned to. That's what he's been conditioned to do. He wasn't told. He hasn't been taught how to do anything else. So no, I don't blame the owner for kicking these people out because they were being disruptive. This is bad parenting. The kid has not been taught how to do this, and she knew. Like, they even made it very clear. It was a rule going in. No loud disruptive noises. No sound on the tablets or anything like that. And they went in there and did it anyway. The fuck were you expecting, lady? No, the owner is absolutely not the asshole by any stretch of the imagination. I'm fine.
I like the top comment.
You know who else would hate someone behaving like that in a public space? They expected to be quieter. People with autism.
Right, yeah, no, that is actually worse for people with autism because, like, that is going to set so many other kids off because it is just overstimulating.
Pine Park says, I have an autistic son. When he was younger, like 4 or 5, he was awful in restaurants. So guess what we did? We didn't go out to eat. Some autism people will say I deprived him of don't call them autism people.
The autism people.
People of autism. Some people of autism will say I deprived him of experiences, but as I see it, I avoided triggers. And guess what? He is a well-behaved 24-year-old who was not traumatized because he didn't go out to eat for a few years. We were all much happier for it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is correct. If the kid cannot handle those kinds of social situations, don't force them into them.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go out and, like, eat at a fancy restaurant, find a babysitter and have the kids stay home. Go yourself. And if you can't afford it, then just don't go.
Yeah, you'll save money not eating it anyway.
Exactly. Find something else to, frickin' treat yourself with. Oh, I hate entitled parents so fucking much.
Not the asshole. I am an ADHD dad to ADHD children. It is amazing how many parents simply use autism as an excuse to not parent at all.
Exactly. It is a get out of consequence free card for so many parents, and I despise it.
What I find disturbing is how many people, including in these comments, say that their autistic child needs devices or electronics or they have a meltdown. That is not only absurd, but it's a problem that parents created themselves because no child on Earth is born needing devices. Parents absolutely caused this problem by placating them with electronics.
Yep.
Same goes for neurotypical children who tantrum for these things. People really confuse things that make their child shut up with things that are healthy and a necessity. In our quest to become more understanding and accepting, some people just decide, why work on behavior at all? Just let everyone else have a free pass. It's actively making things worse.
Yep, I agree completely.
These disabilities existed long before the devices did. What were parents doing then? I've got an autistic niece, and I can say with certainty that her parents feed her the device so that they can have some peace and quiet to scroll on their devices.
Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. It's like, here, have your device so that I can be on my device more. Ugh. It's just zombies feeding zombies.
As an autistic adult who was a child before tablets or cell phones, I used art, toys, books, and puzzles. I might have brought a doll with me to dinner, or I'd get a kid's cup and a plate so I got to feed her, chat with her, take care of her. I might have brought a coloring book or crayons to draw with, or a Rubik's Cube, or some other self-contained puzzle to solve, something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, like, there's... Like, I'm not even going to offer, like, specific solutions. There's a bunch of different things you could try or you could do. But the simplest thing is to actually try.
Yeah.
That would I accuse you of not trying. Like, this is giving up on parenting, frankly.
It is. No, it absolutely is. This is zero effort parenting. This isn't even parenting. It's just the kid exists in the same space as you. Here's a tablet, go nuts.
And, like, to a certain extent, I sympathize in various ways because, like things suck right now.
I know.
You probably didn't ask for this, you know.
Yeah.
You're probably going through a lot. But that's also probably why you shouldn't have had children.
Right.
Or like you needed to understand what you were really getting into with that.
Right. That's
the kind of world this is.
That's my thing, right? Cuz like when people do this shit, they are not only inconveniencing themselves, they are creating a worse life for the child that they sired.
Yeah.
Like,
that's use of sired.
Thank you. No, the child's life, like, it is your responsibility as a parent to ensure this child has the best possible experiences growing up that they can. This is not giving them those best kinds of experiences. You need to be able to work with them and be able to solve problems and actually engage with them. This isn't engaging with them. God damn it. I'm sorry I have so many strong opinions, but like, damn.
No, it's fine, man. No, my strong opinion is that my strong opinion, as I've said before, is that I think most people probably shouldn't be parents.
No, yes, I absolutely agree with you, and this is a
It's
prime
a
example.
like it's a personality thing, it's a mindset, it's a skill set, frankly, and like it's one of those things where like we like this is gonna get a little eugenicsy. Sorry, but like we've determined that like to drive a car or like own a gun or like any other dangerous things, you need certification, right? You need a license. You
Yeah.
need something that says I've been taught how to do this. But for some reason, we just kind of accept that like everyone has this innate right to sire and raise other people
Yeah.
with no real test of mental stability or skill or capability or like or anything like that, like any kind of qualification.
Yeah.
We've just decided that like all people are innately qualified to do this, and the entirety of human history, but particularly the last century, has proven that is not true.
Oh yeah, no, that is patently untrue. No, yeah, like fucking, God.
I'm very close to just saying I think you should need a license to fucking raise children.
Right, yeah. Like, 'cause, like
what that entails specifically, I don't want to get into. I don't know. That's for people more qualified than me to say, but I start to feel that way sometimes.
It makes you, it's one of those things that makes you wonder, right? It just makes you wonder because it's like, this can't go on, this can't continue. It's just, we can't perpetuate this kind of behavior. It's just not good for, I hate to say this, it's not good for society. But like, I say this as someone who has helped with kids before. Like,
yeah,
I know how difficult it is. Like, I know what it's like being thrust into that position. But you have to try.
right.
Ugh. Anyway.
Even going beyond the parenting angle, the comments also bring up the other thing, which is that I don't understand this obsession with making everyone hear what you want to hear. It's not just kids, teenagers, adults, the elderly, all doing this.
Yeah.
I only have to deal with this on public I'm reading a comment right now. It's not common in restaurants or cafes here, but I only have to deal with it on public transport where I live. It's just started to give my opinion. If I hear people talk on speakerphone, if they're trying to make me part of their convo, I will join fully. Yeah, what is with it? Why are people allergic to headphones now?
Oh, dude, it's so much worse. Like, they're like, you know how in the it's been a thing for the longest time that you turn off your phone in the theater. You're mindful of the people around you and that kind of thing. No one does that anymore. I see people with their phone out in the theater all the fucking time now.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And it's always like on speaker, and I don't like.
Yeah.
You know what? New conspiracy time.
Oh, it's been a bit.
Is it? First of all, I know that a lot of phones these days, they've gotten rid of the headphone jack, right?
Yeah.
And so you have to rely on Bluetooth, but that means you need like AirPods or like things that are like AirPods, and those are easily losable. Is that why everyone has their fucking shit on speaker these days? Is because they don't want to wear their fucking AirPods or whatever else, their wireless buds outside of their home?
Maybe.
And their fucking phone doesn't have a headphone jack?
Maybe. I don't.
Have they manufactured this problem?
Oh God, it's possible. Maybe. Oh God.
I don't know.
I didn't think about that. I don't know, man. It's fucking complicated. Fucking Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Why'd they have to go and make things
So complicated.
Thank you, Avril. She was the voice of a generation.
Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne! You can read this one.
Yes, send me one. Send me one.
I'm sending it.
Oh, we got a Tifu. Oh, and it's a small one.
Little Tifu.
It'll be a little baby Tifu.
From Zack Attack!
Today I fucked up and tits 14 years too late to fix.
Ah, it's a pun!
Okay. Most of us have a name for our spouse or significant other. Playing with Siri one day, I changed my wife's name on my phone to Tits McGee. Tits McGee.
Gather round, folks. This here is the Ballad of Tits McGee.
And never bothered to change it back. Obviously, when you change the name of someone on your phone, that name is associated with all the contact information for that person. So even though my wife's name isn't a part of her email address, every time I'd email her, the name would be Tits McGee. For 14 years, I thought I was the only one that saw that. However, every email I ever sent that had my wife copied on, the recipient saw Tits McGee. Every fucking email, including our daycare center. I'd like to thank the wonderful team at Chuck E. Cheese Event Planning for pointing this information out to me in an extremely professional manner. TLDR, I thought I was the only one that saw my wife's contact info as Tits McGee when emailing literally everyone for 14 years.
I love the comments. What's truly funny is this has gone on for 14 years and it took a Chuck E. Cheese employee to point it out. Not even our daycare that our kids go to have bothered to point this out.
Fuck my life. Yeah, next time she emails them, they have to go through a whole authentication process as they only have OP and Tits McGee registered as contacts. Call her up as she leaves. Mrs. McGee, come quick, some crazy woman is walking off your child. Come save her, Tits. She just starts answering the phone. This is Tits.
Funny joke.
That's fun.
Am I the asshole for refusing to recover at home after surgery?
I don't know.
I, 29F, am really disappointed with my husband, 30M, and furious at his mother, hag-aged F.
Hag-aged F. I love this guy already.
It's a woman, but yes.
Alright.
Sorry this is so long. Throwaway for privacy. For context, my husband is from the West Coast, where his mother still lives. He moved to the East Coast for college, and that's where we met after graduation. In the start of our relationship, she would visit 3 or 4 times a year and make him take paid time off so he could entertain her throughout her visit. After 2 years of this, while we were still dating, I asked him how we were ever meant to go on vacation together, if his paid time off was spent at home with his visiting mother. We agreed to save PTO for a trip to Europe when we took in 2023, and he agreed to tell his mother he couldn't take off from work every time she visited. In my last job, I was able to work from home 4 days a week, and every time she visited, she sulked all day like a puppy who had her toys taken away. But once my husband came home, a switch flipped and she was happy and clingy again. Here's the issue now. My husband and I moved states about 6 months ago, closer to my family. I have a new doctor who recommended me for a surgery that my old doc kept putting off. It's not a complicated procedure and will greatly increase my quality of life for decades. My mother-in-law decided she's due for a visit and wants to, this is the same mother by the way, wants to explore our new town and she'd come and help around the house while OP recovers. I'm going to be out of surgery and in pain and really don't want to put up with her energy. However, we agreed, with my husband saying this isn't a sightseeing visit, she's here to help out, cook, clean, laundry, etc., so I can rest and recover. She can come for a proper visit later in the year. My husband, guess what won't be happening? My husband dropped me off at the hospital on Wednesday. It was meant to be surgery, then one night overnight at the hospital for observations. On Thursday, the doctor told me my labs were not where he'd like them to be, and so I should stay another night for observation and new lab work in the morning. I called my husband and told him that I'd hopefully come home the next day over the phone early afternoon. He did not visit on Thursday at all. On Friday, I was discharged and called my husband to tell him that I'd be ready in about an hour. It went straight to voicemail, and I figured he's probably in a meeting and I'll try again in a little bit. Guess what he wasn't doing?
Oh.
After that's me adding it.
Yeah.
I actually after calling, I don't know yet, but I'm just making an educated guess. I've done a lot of Reddit dives.
Okay.
After calling a few times over the course of an hour, I called my sister, who was lucky enough to be excused from work for the afternoon, many thanks to her understanding boss. She drove 90 minutes to get me and took me home, and the house was in shambles. Laundry baskets on the dining room table. The litter box not cleaned since Wednesday morning. Days of dirty plates in the sink, etc., etc., etc. I just broke down crying. She handed me a bag. She packed me a bag and took me to her apartment to recover for 2 weeks. On Friday night, my husband called me asking me where I am, and the hospital said I was already discharged. He had been on a hike with his mother, and there was no cell service, so he missed my calls, which also meant he took paid time off for his mom's visit again. Obviously, I can't ban him from taking PTO, but wouldn't you rather spend that freed up time with your wife at the hospital instead of on a date with your mom? I told him that I no longer feel comfortable recovering in our house, and I won't be returning until it's thoroughly cleaned and his mother is gone. He's calling me the asshole because his mother just wanted to get to know our new area, and I wasn't able to leave the hospital anyway, and I was making a big deal out of this. I yelled that he essentially abandoned me at the hospital and entertained someone whose being here was to help make recovery easier, not more stressful, and that she was here for support, not on a vacation. Maybe it's just the pain and pain meds, but am I in the wrong here? Is this a stupid hill to die on? There's a part of me telling me to see a divorce lawyer, just to see what my options are, because I'm not sure this will ever change. I know this is going to sound incredibly selfish, but I want kids, but I don't now see myself having any with my husband in the foreseeable future. And if this isn't going to work out, I don't want to spend the next 5 years of wasting time and money on therapy and missing the chance to find someone I can actually start a family with, someone who can be a committed father and husband before he's a son. Many thanks to anyone who's read all this.
Wow, I was going to make the divorce and now joke, but OP beat me to it.
Well, we got another classic case of a mom guy.
It keeps happening! It's the Reddit Dive Classic!
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, dude.
Cross that off on your bingo card.
Oh, man, I only got 2 more until bingo.
Oh, dude, I hope we get a dipshit husband who's way too close to his mom to gay. And check.
Okay, but on the bingo card, what would be the free space?
Medium Tifu's not being medium.
There you go. Okay, fair enough. There you go. All right. There you go.
Horrendously misjudged Tifu severity.
There we go. Yeah, that's the free space. No, dude. No. Yeah, no. Not the This is a. Am I the asshole?
Yeah.
No, not the asshole. No, absolutely not.
Not the asshole.
Absolutely not. No. Your husband is not being a good husband. Flat out.
Tippity top comment, he left you alone in the hospital. He went somewhere without cell service when he knew you were being discharged. He didn't call you back until that night, hours after you were meant to be discharged. This man is ridiculous. Let his mom have him. You are not overreacting thinking about divorce, and definitely not the asshole.
Let his mom have him. I like it. I like that. That's
yeah, you know what?
Response.
Yeah, you know what, dipshit? Why don't you just go marry your mother since you love her so much, okay?
That might be an episode title.
Fuck, I'll write it down.
You should marry your mother if you love her so much.
Yeah, okay. It keeps happening, man. Who are these losers?
I don't know. What fucking mama's boy ass fucking bullshit are you on where you abandon your wife at the hospital to go on a date with your mom? Come on, dude. You married this woman and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go out with my mom. Oh, bye.
I don't get it, man. It's like I feel conspiracy time.
Oh, we're getting a 2-for-1 special today.
I feel like these guys are like under-evolved, right?
Right.
Like somewhere in their stupid fucking Neanderthal brain, like they only have like one slot to care about a woman. And so like by the time they meet anyone who's not their mother, it's just already occupied.
Right, yeah.
And they don't have a second slot.
It's like, yeah,
so,
you're kind of cool, but you not mummy, so I go with mummy.
They're only spaced in brain to care about one woman.
Yeah.
I went with the first one I saw.
Yeah. It feels like that, right? Because it's like, again, this is the woman you married. This is the woman you're planning on spending the rest of your life with, that you plan on having children with. What does this say about your future that you abandoned her at the fucking hospital and your mom, who's supposed to be here to make everything easier, is just making shit worse?
Oh my god, this is an alternative Reddit post where the guy's like, my fucking progeny producer is getting all uppity because I went out with my mom.
My progeny producer is getting uppity.
Treat their fucking that's how some of these guys treat their fucking wives. Like they're just there to make a lineage, and like everything else is just irrelevant.
Right, yeah. Yeah, no. Oh, dude.
My progeny producer's getting all uppity. Gonna have to go find me another one at fucking Starbucks or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to return this one. It's broken.
Yeah. Is this one still under warranty?
Honestly,
Can I get it serviced?
Honestly, frankly, I'm just glad that she didn't actually have a kid with this guy before this. Because once you have a kid, that makes this whole process even more of a problem.
Yeah, this whole arrangement would have been a prime recipe for watching Bluey on full volume in a restaurant.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
All roads lead back to Bluey on volume. This is where it starts. The mom guy to Bluey on volume pipeline is real.
It's real. It's just a straight line. Oh man.
Anyway, here's a post.
Okay. All right. Let me take. Oh, it's another Tifu. I'm getting the Tifus today as a medium one. Let's see how it go.
Medium Tifu.
Today I fucked up by starting a grease fire during my exam.
Awesome.
Okay, immediately this is definitely knocking on the door of medium, so you're correct there.
Sure. Yeah.
Let me start off by stating the obvious. I go to culinary school. Yeah.
Oh, good. I was wondering how you managed this in any other context.
Yeah. I was wondering how you started a grease fire in math class.
Here I was with my bucket full of grease in math class, as you do. I hope nothing bad happens. Oh, somebody dropped a cigarette. No, don't drop your burning cigarette in my bucket of grease. What are you doing? We have a math test to take. Pop quiz, students. Burnt cigarette plus grease equal fire. But no, I'm glad they were cooking. Yeah.
Considering they started a grease fire, their head wasn't cooking anyway. In Norway, the grading system ranges from the lowest to 1 to the highest 6. This is already a stressful morning for me since I woke up late and didn't have enough time to prep. Fucking, they're formatting his ass. This is already a stressful morning for me since I woke up late and didn't have enough time to prep. We were using gas plates since the main kitchen was occupied by another class and we had to use another kitchen which didn't have induction plates. I also had multiple pots and pans that I needed to watch over simultaneously and things in the oven. I wanted to impress my family and I really needed this great I really needed this great... Oh, grade. Oh, I think that meant grade. This was done entirely through voice to text, wasn't it? Yeah. Anyway, I really needed this grade because this is what I want to do as a profession. Not only did I forget about the oil and it overheated and started burning, but I also forgot parts of my dish in the oven and forgot about my mousse that ended up turning into a pulp because I overbeat it, I had no dessert to present, and my dish was ruined. Our teacher was watching over us, but we also had an examiner, and for the brief moment that they were gone, a fire broke out. I had to abandon my station and run into another room to get some help. Luckily, my teacher saved the day and stopped the fire, but this caused me to serve my food late, which reduced a couple of points I could have gotten. I was really afraid and started hyperventilating and almost broke out in tears in front of everyone. This was a really embarrassing moment for me. When they gave me my grades, they said I got a 4, which I am very satisfied with, but I'm also disappointed because I know that if I didn't make these mistakes, I could have easily gotten a 5 or a 6, which could help me get an apprenticeship at a good restaurant. At the end of the day, we all laughed it off because... Okay, fuck off. This isn't a medium Tifu, you piece of shit.
And that's my free space.
God damn you! Stop! You made this sound so funny! Fuck you! God! Waste of my fucking time! At the end of the day, we all laughed it off because you learned from your mistake and nobody got harmed.
Hey! I just want to say, if you're out there writing a medium Tifu, do not end it with "and then everyone laughed it off."
Yeah, and everyone laughed it off and nobody got harmed and it was all sunshine and rainbows and we all had a great time and we went out for ice cream. The end.
It's a good thing the Power Rangers fought the villain in the abandoned building district. Fuck off into the sun. Anyway, here's another medium Tifu. Maybe Kevin can relate.
But Zeke, she lost 2 whole points.
Oh no. You'll never cook in this town again!
She could have gotten a 5 or a 6!
But she didn't! She got a 4!
She got a 4!
She almost broke into tears in front of everyone!
But it's okay. It's all okay, we all laughed it off.
Everyone laughed it off, it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, I almost broke into tears in public because I got a C in class, but like, whatever.
It could have been a B or an A!
Like, calm down, you're Norwegian, you're not an Asian child, you don't need to bring home all A's, come on.
Right.
Nobody's gonna beat you with a belt, Jesus fuck. Anyway, here's another medium Tifu. I think Kevin can relate to this one.
Okay, alright.
Today I fucked up by drinking 53% ABV Chinese liquor.
53%. Oh boy.
Today I
That
fucked up
shit's
by
strong,
drinking
bro.
53% ABV Chinese liquor, Moutai or Motai or whatever. Apologies for formatting. I'm on mobile. Don't worry, this is somehow better than the last one. You remember the paragraphs existed, so that's already giving you a leg up. You're really beating the average here. So, me and my boyfriend have a very rich friend from China as we attend a university that has a big international population. After winter breaks, so January 2025-ish, he brought back some gifts from China, such as tea, keycaps, and some alcohol. Since receiving alcohol, my boyfriend was the gift receiver for that specific gift. I have not touched or drank it as the smell made me want to puke. I want to say I'm not being disrespectful by no means. By no means necessary, but if you could imagine what 53% alcohol smells or tastes like, it's pretty close to rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
So, here we are, doing our respective tasks, and he picks up the bottle of Moutai, and I told him to drink it since, you know, it's just been sitting in the box. How bad can it be? He drinks a capful and hands it to me. I drink a capful, which I proceeded to do. I didn't even finish the full cap. I closed my nose with my fingers and tried to take it like a shot, since I heard that's useful for hard liquor, but just the taste alone made me feel like I was going to throw up. This proceeded to make me shake since when the taste touched my mouth, which causes some spill on my lips, and my hand for some reason burns, and I thought I'd be fine getting with the taste out of my mouth, so I drank some water and Starry. Starry. It used to be Sierra Mist.
Yeah.
We used to be a real nation.
Yeah.
Nope. 1 minute later, I'm vomiting. Not even normal vomit. It's coming out of my nose. Oh. Ew.
Ooh.
Gross. So I finished throwing up, cleaned myself up, go to grab my clothes out of the dryer. As I am grabbing my clothes, I sniffle. I've been sick with a stuffy nose, and some vomit enters my mouth, and I threw up again. So now here I am with throat burns. I can still smell vomit in nose, and I've come to the conclusion I'd rather shoot myself before I drink that again.
Yeah, I want to point out, what they drank is essentially the Chinese equivalent to vodka, and 53...
It's actually harder. 53% is actually harder than most vodkas. I think most vodkas are only like 30 or 40.
Yes. I'm looking at it now. 53% is actually the highest allowed ABV for Moutai. So they got the strong shit.
Yes. As the comments point out, you're supposed to sip it. Unless someone toasts ganbei, and then you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, No, stronger liquors like that are not the kinds of shit that you just knock back or drink or anything like that. You sip that shit.
That's a sipping liquor.
Yes, it is a sipping liquor. Like, and even then, like, for the stronger stuff, that is not for beginners. Absolutely not. You want to start with, like, if you're going to get into fucking, like, you know, hard alcohol or whatever, you start at lower ABV, like 35, 40%. Like, that's the average.
Yeah, this person doesn't seem like much of a drinker. Someone said, it sounds like cask strength bourbon. I drink that with ice. And they're like, to dilute it? No, to chill it. It doesn't stay in the glass long. I drink 3 or 4 easily.
Yeah.
It sounds like you just don't understand drinking.
Right, yeah. No. The water, water, believe it or not, water or ice in, like, alcohol isn't really meant to dilute the alcohol. It's more so meant to, like, bring out the flavor. Because it aerates the material. Yeah. No.
In a technical sense, yes, it does dilute it, but that's not the point.
Yeah, that's not the point of it, yeah.
Yeah.
No, like, God, wow, holy shit, they fucked way up, yeah. That's actually pretty bad.
All right, fine, your medium Tifu has been granted by the Department of Reddit bureaucracy.
No, yeah, I'll say that's a medium. That's a medium, yeah.
Approved.
Approved. Excellent argument. Approved. Meanwhile, the last one. Look at you. Once so. Go now and never return.
Once so proud. No, he's one.
Alright. Am I the asshole? The asshole, yeah. Am I the asshole for refusing my family's birthday dinner plan because it's out of my budget? Okay, user Huggable Babe 1.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Someone's confident. My birthday is next Saturday. A few days ago, my mom told me they were planning to celebrate early. What's the Asian gender? You have misunderstood the assignment.
I'm just sitting here being like user Huggable Babe 1, and I'm like, are you dating Duke Nukem? What's going on here? Did he one day turn to you and was like, wow, you're one huggable babe.
Hey,
and they're like, wow, that's great. Anyway, I'm off to make this Reddit account now. Thanks, babe.
Hey, is my babe the asshole? Anyway, no. My birthday is next Saturday. A few days ago, my mom told me they were
that's
planning...
a great Reddit post. Too bad I'm not going to read it. That's a lot of words.
No, yeah. This Sunday, since they won't be around on the actual day, I was totally fine with that. I'm expecting anything fancy. Just thought we'd. I think you mean I'm not expecting anything.
I assume that's the case. Yeah. Otherwise, it's going to change the tone of the story a lot.
Just thought we'd spend time together. Then they told me their idea: dinner at a known restaurant in town. Expensive restaurant. It's one of those places that's definitely special occasion only. I never experienced celebrating there, and even then, it's not somewhere I'd personally choose. I assumed they were treating me since it's my birthday, but nope, turns out they were expecting me to cover the whole bill.
What?
When I asked about it, the vibe was like, well, it's your birthday and you're working now, so why not? Hold on. Wait.
I'm sorry, are you from some other dimension where, like, birthdays work like that? Because that's not how we do things here.
Yeah, it's your birthday gift. You pay for it. What? What?
It's your birthday. Treat us to dinner.
What?
What? This is like fuck. Remember that? Hey, look. Okay, look. Remember that episode of Jimmy Neutron where Nega Jimmy makes like a reverse planet and there's like a Bizarro Retroville and everyone's a fucking asshole?
Yeah.
Are these people from there?
Yes, this Bizarro Retroville you're in. What the fuck? I told them honestly that it's out of my budget and that I'd rather not go somewhere I can't comfortably afford, especially when I didn't even get a say in planning. I suggested doing something simpler next weekend when I'm free or even just a meal at home. They didn't take it well. A couple of them acted like I was being difficult and said I was ruining the mood by not going along with
Why are you gonna be such a buzzkill?
Why? Mother... Yeah, what? Yeah, just pay for our fucking expensive-ass, like, once-in-a-lifetime dinner, dick.
I don't know if there's a type of person I can hate more than people that use your birthday as an excuse to do shit they want to do.
This is the most fucking... Entitled's not a strong enough word. Fucking... Wow. No, yeah. Now I feel like I shut down something they were excited about, but at the same time I didn't agree to this and I can't afford it without stressing over money. Yeah, no, top comment says it all. As a birthday gift, they want you to pay for their meal. I guess you are ruining their mood. Their selfish, narcissistic mood. Not the asshole, obviously. Right?
Okay, you are not the asshole, and as far as we're concerned, one huggable babe.
Yeah, no. OP immediately responded. Now that you put it that way, I think they really are. You poor sweet soul. You poor soul.
Yeah. Please go run into the loving, bulging, muscular arms of your loving boyfriend, Sir Dukem of Nukem, and get away from these people.
Yeah, no, fuck those people. Holy fucking shit. No, this is like, God, I don't think I've seen a clearer display of narcissism in my entire life. That is a new level. Holy shit. Wow. I didn't think people that fucking up their own ass existed. Woof. Anyway, next one.
Right. Right. Okay. Am I the asshole for letting my daughter buy her own bras and not checking?
I-
What?
Go ahead.
I, 32M, have shared custody of my 13-year-old daughter. Earlier this week, we went to the mall since she's been asking me to go, and I was happy with how she's been doing in school. Midway through, after we hit a few stores, she asked me to go into Victoria's Secret. I asked what she wanted, thinking something like perfume, but she said she wanted bras that fit better. That's not my area of expertise, so I asked one of the ladies in there if they could assist her and gave my daughter a card to buy what she wanted and stood to the side outside of the store. She got what she wanted. We continued with our day. Yesterday, after I took my daughter to her mom's, I get a call from my daughter's mother who is furious with me with letting my daughter buy sexy underwear. And I'm like, wait, what? What did she buy? And after she tells me she has lacy bras, and I ask, like, see-through? And she said no. But that doesn't matter, because lace in general is too much for a 13-year-old, and I was crazy for not checking her bags. I said I didn't think I needed to help a teenage girl shop for underwear or bras or whatever, but she didn't want to hear it. I told her I have the receipts. I could just send them back with her and my daughter next time I get her and see if I can return them then. But I'm wondering if this was just an oversight on my part. Are dads supposed to be supervising bra choices?
Who cares?
Yeah, honestly.
This is such a who fucking cares situation. Your kid is
yeah.
Look. If she got the fucking bra because she thought it looked nice, and it's not like some fucking lacy ass freaking itty bitty little barely there fucking piece of shit.
Just some lace is pretty normal. Like, reading these comments, as far as what I don't know this field, obviously, but as I'm discerning, lace is pretty common.
Yeah, no,
even in very casual wear.
No, yeah, it's very common. Like, the only type, generally speaking, the only time you don't get any super lacy underwear or super lacy bras or anything is when you're buying in bulk, and those bras are typically not very comfortable. Like the really good quality ones have some more design to them, because they gotta feel good and look good, right? So
right, yeah. You respected her agency to make her own choices in this regard.
Yeah, no, if anything, good on you. For you, man. Good for you.
Yeah. And your dad, look, I've never been a teenage girl, right? But I suspect they probably don't want their dad's input on this in this department.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, not only do they not want it, they probably don't need it.
Right, and she's and the thing is, she's 13 years old at this point. I feel like at that age, and when she's asking for stuff like that, she has earned a bit of agency in picking out her own brasiers. So
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, mom's just being a control freak here, being a fucking worry wart, just throwing a fit, throw a fit,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Also, it's I don't want to fucking. Not all shared custody situations are like this, but some of them are like this, where they're just kind of fucking picking fights at each other and finding shit to fucking,
Yeah.
I'm just saying there may have been a reason you guys split up. That's
starting to see it.
I could, I'm getting a little bit of getting some implications. Anyway, enough about that. It's time for the lightning round.
The lightning round.
That's where we go to unpopular opinion. That's unpopular opinions. Are they popular? Are they not popular? Do we agree? Do we disagree? We'll find out right now.
Let's go.
Number unpopular opinion. If you're grilling with propane, you might as well go inside and cook. The best part of grilling is the smoky flavor from the coals or wood. If all you're getting from a propane grill is high heat and grill marks, save your time and your money. Just use a George Foreman or some fucking shit. Dudes who refuse to step foot into their kitchen but pride themselves on grilling with propane in the summer are a special breed.
Hank Hill would like a word. Hank Hill wants to know your location.
Hank Hill is rapidly approaching your location. That's all I gotta say about that.
That Reddit user ain't right, I tell you what!
Unpopular opinion, you should brush your teeth after eating breakfast, not before. Thank you, I've been saying it my whole fucking life!
Right, yeah. No, after. Doing it before, it's you can't even taste it.
Well, yeah, you're ruining breakfast, and then it's what, you're gonna brush your teeth and dirty them again?
Right.
Fuck off!
Right, yeah. No, eat...
It's fucking stupid!
Look, I don't care what the fucking science or whatever the shit says. Eat first, then brush. That's what I do, and well, we're not going to get into that.
As my dentists and dental aides tell me, we're just grateful when you brush it all, frankly.
Yeah.
So, you know. Anyway. Chewy bacon is infinitely better than crispy bacon in almost every way. What are you, a dog?
Look, okay, like, my preference is something where it's like kind of in the middle, where it's got like a little bit of chew, but like it's got like a crunchy, crunchy edges. Like that shit's good. Yeah. That's like perfect right there for me. Yeah. But like full on like chewy ass bacon, it's like, again, what are you, a dog? Like, cook it longer. Sorry.
Unpopular opinion: delete if not allowed posts should be deleted by default. You should be deleted by default.
that is too much of a Reddit user question for me.
Yeah.
I am not deep enough in the Reddit hole for this.
Wait. High school. Okay. All right. Unpopular opinion: high school is requiring students to read Romeo and Juliet is a crime against the work, since it guarantees the students' first exposure to the play will not be how the work was meant to be consumed. The work is a play, not a novel. Why the hell has it been made into a K-12 curriculum as a work to be read rather than seen acted by professionals? All this ensures is that being forced to consume the media will hate it. Forcing the kids to read the work is basically like getting a freshly made apple pie and forcing someone to shove it down their nose. They might get some pleasure out of it, but that isn't the way the work is meant to be consumed. And suddenly you have a generation of people who hate Shakespeare's work because they had apple pie shoved down their nose and found it unpleasant. They miss the points. They already know the plot lines because everyone knows the play-by-play, so they assume they're above it. Suddenly key lines are that are masterworks with proper context and emphasis are read as though they're being read in a textbook. We keep having students consume Shakespeare in 10th grade English class because some pretentious assholes see it as necessary and intellectually stimulating, but that simply isn't the case. You are ruining the experience for another generation because you think it should be required rather than if it is or isn't a good way to consume the media.
So here's my problem with that whole thing, is that even if you did present it in the form of a play, would they even understand it? Because the big problem, the reason why a lot of English classes in middle school, high school have Romeo and Juliet or some kind of Shakespeare play in part of their curriculum. For mine, it was the tragedy of Julius Caesar, which is actually a personal favorite.
For mine, it was Titus Andronicus, which is the best one.
That is pretty good.
Because it's got murder and rape and shit, and it was awesome.
No, yeah, the reason why that exists in a lot of high school and middle school curriculum is because it's an older form of the English language, and it is as much a it is as much English learning as it is narrative learning, if not more so, because it's trying to understand etymology of older words and shit like that. That's kind of the whole point.
It has to be deciphered. It has to be deciphered. You can't read it casually.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be deciphered before you can understand it. And that's kind of the whole thing with a lot of these older English plays, is that, yes, it's technically speaking English, but it's not our English. It's English that we have to understand.
Okay, sure, but counterpoint, do we need to use plays for that? Couldn't we do something like Beowulf?
That is true. That is true. I do feel like there are older works of English that would be better suited for that. I don't
because
know
really the problem,
really
the problem here is that these are plays, right? They weren't meant to be just read in script form like this. So it's kind of against the entire point of analyzing, and you know what I mean? It's counterintuitive. It's against the point to analyze something in a way it wasn't meant to be seen. Yeah. I understand the practical reason for it, but I feel like there's just better things we could be pulling from. And if we want to teach the kids Shakespeare, we have plays, or at the very least, something my English teacher did, which I appreciate, was she would always show us the best film adaptations of them, which was also good.
Yes, that's honestly a great way to go about it. Is
she showed us the film adaptations of Titus Andronicus and fucking
The Tempest, and I think even Hamlet at one point. So like, yeah, like yeah, I think Shakespeare should be taught, but like I agree that just reading scripts, like, see a performance or something, right?
Yeah,
Make a thing out of it.
That is
If
fair.
if you're
That
good,
is fair.
if you're gonna do that, if you want to like have this like dissecting old timey text things, there's plenty of like actual books and shit you could do that with.
Yeah,
You know?
my teacher was fucking awesome because we one of our things we also did read Romeo and Juliet, and then right afterwards we watched the Baz Luhrmann 1990s version that's set in like fucking like New York or whatever the shit, and everyone has like sword branded guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you quarrel, sir?
All right, no, that one. Unpopular opinion, meal prep culture is weirdly depressing sometimes. I get that it's efficient and money saving, but whenever I open the fridge and see 5 identical plastic tubs of bland chicken and rice, I feel like I'm in food prison. Eating should bring variety and joy even on a budget. We are not robots. There's got to be a better way than eating the same meal 10 times in a row.
I mean, kinda.
It goes far sometimes.
It goes far.
The thing is
yeah.
that like I'm trying to lose weight now, and the thing is like it's mostly about being mindful of what you're eating, right? For some people, the reason you do this meal planning thing is because so you don't have to think about it, really,
Yeah.
right? That's the only reason people do this, is they prep all this shit in advance, and it's like all laid out for them, and suddenly you don't have to make those decisions on a day-to-day basis. It's already been made for you.
Yeah.
But that does result in, like, you know, eating identical plastic tubs of bland chicken and rice, you know? So, like, just don't, like, the other path there is to just be mindful, and, like, it requires a little bit of thought and a little bit of time in your day to actually make things, right? But the reality is, like, it's all calories in, calories out. You can eat whatever you want. It just has to fall under a certain threshold to put you at a deficit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're, I don't want to say you're doing it wrong, but you're doing it wrong.
Yeah. There's no better way to put it, frankly.
If you make yourself miserable doing it, you won't stick with it.
Yeah.
You will convince yourself to cheat on it.
Yeah.
If there's one thing the human brain is exceptional at doing, it's we can convince ourselves into doing anything.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion, the soapy taste of cilantro is the best part about it. You're a weird person.
Person has the fucking soap gene for cilantro and it doesn't stop them. Let's fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you go, OP. You go.
Yeah. The unpopular opinion, the kissing someone to get them to stop rambling thing is cringy. No, it's a good trope.
Yeah, they should do what they did back in the 1970s and 1980s and slap them instead. I need you to understand, there are worse. Like, one, I actually think that's cute and adorable. Like,
yeah,
please have some suspension of disbelief when you experience media. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Please have a sense of romanticism.
Yeah. Please have a smidgen of joy in your heart.
So many people don't. Dude, I see it all the fucking time. The most basic, innocuous shit gets treated like it's fucking problematic these days from, like, a certain group of people, and it's like, oh my god, have you no joy in your heart? Calm the fuck down.
I don't want to impose, but I dare accuse them of possessing a lack of whimsy.
Yes, indeed.
Indelibly. They cannot be dealt.
They cannot be dealt.
I'm gonna del the fuck out of them.
Oh, I'm gonna del your ass. Don't say that in mixed company.
Yeah. Please, we're not responsible for that. We don't know what it means. Unpopular opinion: oatmeal cookies should have raisins, not chocolate chips. Are you not finding oatmeal raisin? That's a pretty common cookie.
That's extreme. What?
They do have that.
They do what?
Where do you live where oatmeal cookies have chocolate chips and not raisins? And can we go there?
Yeah, yes, please. Actually, now don't get me wrong. I love me some oatmeal raisin cookie, but oatmeal chocolate chip. Hello?
Oh, you mean that? Oh, oatmeal raisin cookie, a thing that exists and it isn't just made up by OP?
Right. Yeah.
You're telling me this is a thing that's existed for decades and is very common? Is like the third most common type of cookie in existence?
Right. Yeah.
What universe are you from?
What?
Fish stick lives. Sometimes I think Reddit just like. Sometimes I think Reddit posts from other universes just get siphoned onto my feed every now and then.
Right, yeah, like Reddit, like for whatever fucking reason, Reddit itself exists on the fault line between realities, and occasionally a post from the other reality comes over here.
Yeah. Folks, unpopular opinion, folks with master's degrees should be called master as a formal title. I mean, we do it with... That's true. That's true. If you have a doctorate, we call you a doctor. If you have a master,
True.
we should call you a master. Yeah. No,
Yep.
I can't argue with this.
Yes, Master Siegfried.
No, I have not earned a master's degree, though.
Okay. No, I kind of love that, and I kind of agree.
Yeah, your fucking lead engineer comes in the room. You shall address me as the master craftsman.
No, actually, let's do this. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, no, that sounds awesome.
I love it. Look, anything that gives life more theatrics, I'm down for.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's why you should kiss people to interrupt them when they're rambling.
Exactly!
Yeah.
You get it! Anyway.
Right. Unpopular opinion. We need the next Smells Like Teen Spirit. Right now the world is in the hair metal phase. It's cool to be a sleazy, classless, superficial asshole. We need something to come along to shift the global culture towards insightful, thoughtful behavior, where people take responsibility and are self-aware, and it's uncool to be ignorant. Not that Smells Like Teen Spirit was all those things, but without a doubt it was the catalyst for change at the time. You might be onto something.
It's hard to bargain Noddle's house with all these marbles in my mouth. I'm sorry, that's the Weird Al parody.
Since streaming, we have very little, if any, musical monoculture to spring a song on listeners, which could make a cultural shift. That's true.
That is very true. Yeah, no, I feel like it's difficult to really do that. It was a lot more easy to do that when there was more of a monoculture. You know, everyone listened to the fucking radio, everyone listened to the top 500 hits. Not really so much these days.
Hey, not everyone top... Hey, look, most people were top 40, okay? Top 100, you're getting into nerd territory, okay?
Fair enough.
What? Ugh, what is this? What is this you put on the aux cord? Why, it's the number 62 hit in America. 62!
62?!
Oh! How avant-garde!
This is so beyond me.
Oh, reminds me of a lyric in Buddy System.
Yeah.
Sorry, my fucking nose spun up there. I like top 40. Wait. Top 40 jams are what I like to hear. You go to top 41 and things start to get weird.
It's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Anyway, we're getting into the Chris Noth looks like Mr. Bean tier of unpopular opinions, so I think it's time for us to stop.
Yeah,
I'm rewatching Sex and the City. I've always thought Big looks like Mr. Bean, especially in a turtleneck. He's supposed to be an irresistible man, but I've never found him attractive. Anyone agree?
Yeah,
And that's our cue to stop.
That's the point. All right, let's
Thank you for listening
go.
to the Baka, thank you for listening to the Bakagaijinshow.
If you want to join our Discord server, it's in the link below. You can send us an email at bakagaijinshow@gmail.com, especially if you're an artist who wants to work on an original visual novel. That's specifically who we want to hear from. If you send us an email and you're not that, I'm going to be at least 5% disappointed in your existence.
Yes. Also, please check out the Killer Connect Vertical Slice video demo, now available on Zeekfreak's channel.
Yes, this channel. You're already on it. It's so little work. It's like 2 clicks.
Indeed. Please watch it. I've worked hard on it.
No, right below, it says Zeekfreak down there. Just click the name. It'll bring you to the channel page. I guarantee you I guarantee you the vertical slice is going to be on the front page somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Just click on that. You're already there. Just 2 clicks. Just 2 clicks. Easy.
Simple.
Anyway, Discord link, description, email, bakagaijinshow@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, at Zeekfreak, at CTremander_K, at JurowarXD. Fuck it. Give him some love. I don't give a fuck.
He could use some.
Yeah. Also, you can follow Killer Connect on Blue Sky or Twitter. I mirror all the posts. Fucking, it's your choice. You fucking choose. But you gotta do one. I'm gonna despise you.
We're gonna look at you very, very nastily if you don't.
We're gonna give you the side eye, and then we're gonna turn our head and give you the other side eye. That's right, both of them. You deserve it.
We will give you the fucking people's eyebrow, Dwayne Johnson
Jesus
style.
fuck, why are you not supporting us right now?
Support
What are you
us,
listening
damn you! Fuck!
Yeah.
Go support us!
Yeah. First thing, subscribe to this channel, dipshit. Then you can get new episodes of this fucking thing when we decide to do it every 3 months or whatever. You're welcome, by the way. There were enough tone indicators in there? Or
No,
I
I think you're good. I think we're good.
Okay, no, well, the kids are all into tone indicators these days, so just for the record, /S!
/S/HJ!
That hurt me to say. I have a little bit of heartburn now. I need to lie down. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Zeke freak out. Ciao, ciao for now.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from everyone, and that includes